welcome in. It's nice to be live every now and then, you know? I say every now and then. I do 5 days out of a week. But I don't know, every time I take a break, I feel the difference. It's nice to just hop back on. And today is exciting because I bought mostly what I needed to be able to continue working on the book nook that we started the day before yesterday on day 0. We did a really good job. We designed most of it. Well, we conceptualized it. I don't know how much we can say design. But we came up with the concept and with like most of the plan. Not a lot of details. But that's okay because we're gonna figure it out as we go. And so I went ahead and I stopped by. This is not straight. This is so curved. What? Look. Look at that. That's terrible. I get distracted easily. Sorry. Jesus, what was I saying? We were building up the base of what will be the book nook, and I needed to get the pieces that were at least 5 inches wide. There weren't any. Okay, they were, but they were a different material, and I didn't want to get that because we don't want to be mixing materials. I don't want to be mixing materials. It was basswood, and we were using balls of wood, which is a lot softer, and I like it. The other one feels like too real, and it'd be a lot harder to actually like cut, which we have to do a lot of. So I got most of it. I don't have wood glue. You know what? I should have checked my stash. I should have checked the closet, because that might not be true. Because we're gonna have to start putting some things together now. Once I finish cutting the rest of the pieces, I got some more, just some more pieces in general as well. So I'm pretty excited about that. You can see, we can move over to our other camera. So I got some more of the big pieces that we're using. Like I said, these are 4 inches across, and it's gonna be 5. So it's just like really awkward, but it is what it is. Oh, but you know what? It's actually 10. So it's we got the pieces that are supposed to be 5. So it has to be these plus another 2 inches to make it 10. And so we're gonna have to cut those to size. And when it comes to putting them together, should we nail it? I don't think people use nails. And then it's such a soft wood, it probably would like break it. So I got, these are the pieces that we cut up last time. And so that, let me zoom you out a little bit so we can have a little bit more working ground here. And make sure that's focused. Okay. So these were the pieces that I cut last time. I got what would be the base and the back. So it would be about like this plus a singular inch. It's really awkward, but it is what it is. Because I forgot, I had such a wacky sleeping schedule, and I forgot I needed to stop by Walmart, so we only stopped by Hobby Lobby instead. But this is the bottom and this is the back, and so we still need to, I need to cut the what I need for the sides. This is 2 inches actually, so that's nice. I just can attach that perfectly, so that's really nice. It's an interesting size. There's a lot of depth. Oh, but you know what I was thinking? I did think about that because it's 10 inches deep, right? Because of the bookcases. But I was thinking that this is actually a pretty good, like a good thing because we want to make a window, right? And we need space. If we do the window the way that I want to do the window, which is to have some type of image, I have no idea how I would do that part, but some image on the like in the cutout, and then have some lighting behind it to make it look like light is coming through. Trust me, that's just how people do it. And then I would need space in the back for these things. Some lighting in general would be also really nice, so everything could go back there. But I don't know how to do any of that, so we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but also not enough, because I feel like that's the kind of thing you have to plan for. I did look into it, and it looked fairly simple. You just need some things, but also you just need some planning, because I think at the very least, like, if not an overhead lamp, then at least like a little table, like a little side lamp would be nice. I don't know how I would be doing. I guess that we would have to do some lighting in the back. Okay. We're gonna wing it. It's not gonna be perfect. It's gonna be far from, but eventually it'll come together. And it's okay that it has mistakes, because that's why we're doing this, because this is how you learn. So what I want to do, I clicked on something. What I want to do kind of is, I want to check really quickly, if I have any glue, which I know is like really, really bad of me. Because I already started the stream. So how about I show you the video that I saw of how to do electrical, and for like 2 minutes, while I try to find it, and then you guys can see what, in theory, we would be doing. I thought I had it saved to my watch later. Was that a different account? That might have been. Oh, no. I think it was just a different playlist. Tutorial. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Why does it look so bad? Sorry, I'm just trying to get it. Okay. So this is the video that I found. I found it to be very, very helpful. He explains a lot. I will just skip very quickly through the intro. But I'll leave him playing while I check really quickly for any wood glue that I may potentially have.
Hey, we're going to talk about lighting your dioramas.
I hope that's not too loud. It might be a little.
You know, from the very beginning of this hobby, I have really enjoyed putting together these dioramas and then adding some ambient light to them. Just wiring and lighting these dioramas brings a whole new dynamic to what they look like. So what I thought I would do today is let's go through some wiring basics and some lighting basics, some things that you would need to know, some things that I have figured out in the last several months on how to go about lighting your dioramas successfully and making them what you want them to be. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, well, let's start by talking about some of the tools that you're going to need if you are going to be successful adding lights to your diorama. Well, first you need to start off with a pair of wire cutters and wire strippers. These are from Klein Tools. I've liked this pair for quite a while, especially when I've done home repair. They have the wire cutters here and the strippers here. They work very fast, they're very sharp, so I do like this pair. They're lightweight, easy to work with, so you're going to need a pair of wire cutters. You're also going to need a soldering iron, and so this particular soldering iron, I'll put some links in the description, but I did buy this on Amazon. Soldering irons do not need to be expensive. All it's got to have is a tip that heats up pretty hot. This one actually has a temperature dial on it, but I don't really change it that much. The thing I do like about it is it does have a little LED indicator when it is on and when it is off. I was a little intimidated when I started out when it came to soldering, but it's a lot easier than you might think. Don't be intimidated by it. Just get you a soldering iron, give it a shot. Only thing you need to remember is don't touch anything from this point forward. So mine has a little safety handle on it so I can hold it without getting burned, but anything here, that heats up really, really hot. And so you just have to have awareness when you're working with a soldering iron not to touch your skin with it. So you need a soldering iron. A tool that I feel like is indispensable when it comes to working with wiring is going to be what they call helping hands. And this is a soldering station called Helping Hands. Mine I bought at a local tool supply, Harbor Freight Tools. If you have that in your area, it's a pretty low-cost discount place. Mine did come with a magnifying glass that attached up here on this bar, but I didn't like it because I use magnifying glasses, and so the magnifying glass itself kind of got in the way. And my room's fairly well lit, so I didn't need the LED light that came with it. But these alligator clips, 100% you need these, because if you try to hold wire together and then somehow grab your soldering iron, it is going to be next to impossible. And yes, you can tape some stuff down and maybe work without it. This particular soldering station was $9. Now, they have some on Amazon that are literally over $100. That is super overkill. You don't need that. The thing I like about this, the little additional thing, is it has this place for a sponge. I can wet this sponge, have a water reservoir here, and when I put the sponge, it allows me to clean the tip of the soldering iron, clean the solder off of it, and so that's a big help. I also choose to use...
Okay, so you can see it's very, very, very good, very useful. Sorry, I'm back. I do not have wood glue. That is a small problem. I don't know, maybe I can look it up really quickly. Like, how much of a mistake would it be to try to use normal glue? Because what I don't want to do is I won't try to use, for example, I almost said acrylic. That makes no sense. Oh, you know what? I do have super glue. That would make me feel a lot better than normal glue. How can I use white glue on balsa wood? Yes. Oh, for building models. Okay. Creates a bond stronger than the wood itself. Okay. Oh, we don't need to worry about this. All right. Okay, so apparently it's perfectly fine. Who would have thought? Not me. Okay. And I do have wood filler, so I'll be able to eventually get to that at some point to help create seamless panels. So I will go ahead and just... Have you guys seen the little... God, I don't know what they're called. But they're to keep things in place. And there's like mini ones that are like super cute. So basically I just need to glue these together to make it the right dimensions, and then this as well. You can see there's like a little bit, I cut these with just an X-Acto knife, so they're at a bit of an angle, which is not great, but I don't want to be too like too much of a perfectionist. I don't even know if that counts. Oh, you know what I should do is I should remove the stickers. I wish you could feel this. Have you ever felt balsa wood? It's so soft, it's weird. It almost feels fake. A little bit like foam. Like, it feels a little bit like foam. It's really weird. Okay, so we're just gonna do that. I might just tape it together to make sure it's nice and pressured. Okay, that's good. Is it? And I will put these to the side so that we can cut the remaining pieces that I need. I'm not spreading it because, well, when I squeeze it, when I put them together, it'll spread it on its own. It's already coming out in there. It's so light that it just stuck together. We want to let it cure though. So I'm just not into the side on the ground because I don't have any more surface areas. But and yeah, this one isn't as flush, so this one doesn't. Okay, we'll leave those curing, and we're gonna cut the next pieces. I have a cutting mat. And I have my tablet here that you cannot see, but I have my notes on it for what sizes I need. I've been working on a new cross stitch that is a lot smaller than the one I've done on stream because I wanted the satisfaction of finishing one, and it's going really good. Here, I have it right here. Look. And it's a DMC free pattern that anyone can find if you're curious. And I actually have a picture of it just in case I was to do it on stream. But look, that's what it's gonna be. It's super small. So it's nice because you get to finish it relatively quickly. Okay. And so I'm just gonna use an X-Acto knife, like I said, but also what is really soft. This is what most people use for that reason, because it is very easy to cut. And this piece is perfect already. That is a 2-inch. Now we're gonna, this is the wrong one. Here we go. And so I'm gonna cut these 10 inches. And I need probably 3. I feel like there's something going up my nose. Let me measure it out. And we can cut. I'll do my best to not cut it at an angle. No. Feels crooked. Yeah, that's really crooked. Jesus. Great job. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. This can... that's fine. We'll use that for something else because it's crooked. I'm not going to deal with that. We'll just flip it over. We'll eventually end up cutting that for smaller pieces. You know what? I can't be trusted to use normal measurements. I will just use this. So it's here. And I think it's, is it there? No, it's here. Oh, I dented it. Okay, there. This is 1/4, yeah, 1/4 of an inch thick. These are my thickest pieces because it is going to be like the wall. So, ooh, this is coming out. There, Jesus. So I wanted it to be, you know, relatively thick and steady. But everything else will be made with thinner wood, just so that it's that much easier to cut and to glue together and stuff. Okay, and so why is that an inch of a difference? I am not wrong thing. Okay, I made this one 11 inches for no reason. Great job. Great job. It's because in my defense, this has a ruler, but it starts over here, and I'm starting on the opposite side. And so I thought I was accounting for that. I did not. At least not correctly. So we're gonna have to cut off an inch. I guess it from right here. It's perfectly fine. There will be a purpose for all of these pieces anyway. I need a container for small pieces of wood. For scrap pieces, as they call them. Jesus, okay. So basically now this is one of the side walls, and it'll be like this, and then obviously you just, you know, do that. Now, why am I doing it like this? Because these are the sizes that were available. This is not completely even, and that's just how life is sometimes. Not even. Great. I'm thinking I should have just bought these pieces from Amazon because they're not big enough. The ones they sell at my local craft store are 4 inches wide. That's just like as wide as they get. If I want to stick to balsa, they had basswood that was 6 inches, so it's like still not even what I need because we are making a room that is it is 5 by 10 and then 10 high as well. And so here we are. Cutting and gluing. And if I could have probably just bought these off of Amazon, and I think that they have sizes that are about like 10, 12 inches. So that would have sufficed. But here we are instead. Okay. And I need this to... Would it be too crazy to start doing the wood filler right now? I feel like it'd be a little bit. This is uneven and it's bothering me. Probably because I cut it at an angle, maybe? Well, I definitely cut it at an angle. Okay. I will set this to the side as well, so it can cure. Ooh, it's falling. Is that enough glue? Maybe that's not enough glue. Let's do a little bit more. I'd rather have to stand some away than it not just have enough glue. And not have a strong bond. Okay. And now we cut the next pieces. This is an uneven one. I guess I can try to fix it. Hey, pumpkin. Hey, buddy. You can always count on a cat showing up. Okay, it's a little shy, so if it was over, we would be able to do that easy. But it's not over, it's under. So sorry. So instead, we're gonna move on to a new piece. I'm sorry, nobody's gonna buy these at $8. That is so overpriced. I didn't. They're reduced. I got it for $4. That might be a little bit overpriced too. It's just so boring to me to do. I know that there are some people who are like super motivated by a good deal and they want to go and, you know, look for every store and compare all the different prices and to try to get the best deal. I personally, that's just too much of a bother. Pumpkin. Love you, buddy, but I need you to get off. Pumpkin. Okay. And we always end up here, don't we? Hey, buddy. How you doing? Does someone recommend any good, like, one of those beds that you attach to your table, to your desk? Does anyone have one of those? A nice sturdy one that they can recommend? Oh, poor little pumpkin. What's crazy is that we weren't even gonna keep Pumpkin originally. He is, he came from the first litter of my son, like my firstborn, and originally we were just gonna give them all away because we gave most of them away, but we ended up Pumpkin buddy. Okay, right there. But he had such a such a sweet temperament. And like this compared to like my eldest cat, who is an asshole. Like me, I'll admit it. Okay, there you go. And, yeah, so we just ended up keeping him. Yeah, this is also slightly distracting me. I want to get rid of the sticker. So what I will be able to do is I'll get 2 inches, like a 2-inch strip from here, if I can. And then that way I just need to cut, apart from this one more that is a 4x10, which will make it an 8x10. And with the 2 of that one, it'll be a 10x10. So that'll be our second wall. And then I still have the roof to do, but I don't know if I even want to make it from wood. I guess I have to. Like, what else would I make it from? I would have. God, this is so... It's so stubborn in certain spots for no reason. There. Yeah, just one more. No, pumpkin. Buddy. Just does not care. Hey, ¿cómo estás? How's it going? I'm serious. I hear about other people who have cats that just like, you know, just mind their own business until it's like time to feed or something. And I can't imagine, honestly. Because I have cats that are, my cats want me to the restroom. I can't go to the restroom by myself. Because they have to go. With me. And if I'm sitting down at my desk, then they have to be on top of the desk. If I'm sitting down at the dining table, they have to be on top of the dining table. If I'm sitting down on my couch, they have to be on top of me. That's just how my cats work. So jealous of anyone who's just like minding their own business. Which is crazy because I used to want a cat because yes, Pumpkin, hi. I'll give you some pets. Because I used to want a cat because they're supposed to be less needy than a dog, right? That's so what the legend says. The legend is fucking wrong. The legend is a fucking liar. Sorry, I cuss a lot. You know what? It actually... I don't know if it's a dust. I don't know how well you can see it, but trust me, there's a little bit of dust. I don't know if it's that or if it's just because I was getting a little bit sick. Why are these so even if one of them was supposed to be not even at all? Like they're about the same. Oh, I guess this one's a little short. But like by not a lot. I'll cut it out of this one. I need just 2 more inches from right here. Pumpkin, are you on top of the ruler? Oh, no, you're not. Sorry. That was a false accusation, buddy. I'm sorry. Sorry, it might just be me getting sick. Those are the easiest cuts to do because they go along the grain. It's so satisfying. Okay, and so now I have something that is 10 inches by 10 inches. So I'll also glue these together. You're getting wood dust on you, buddy. There. And that'll be the base for it. Now, I didn't think this through because I think you kind of need the base to start designing the interior and making things for the interior. But pumpkin. Oh, I'm sorry, you're just not taking up enough space. Yeah, you gotta move forward. I need this. Sorry. Okay, let me set these down. And then we'll figure out how to move on from here. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm good. We're good. Okay. So, we could do a little bit of research. That'll allow Pumpkin to stay here for a bit. And while we also learn some things. Okay, so what I'd like to know, okay, I got polymer clay so that I can try to make some handcrafted plants for the thing. And so that'll be interesting. Oh, you know what? What if, can you make baskets out of polymer clay? You know what I mean? So other things that I got are these strips that are just like pre-cut. Again, also balsa wood. And I thought these would be nice for flooring because they're already cut to size. And you just put, you just put them along each other like this. And it gives the impression of wood flooring. So I am excited about that. That'll be easy. And then just some other pieces that it will just be nice to have for when we build furniture that I would like to do, but like I said, I'm concerned that I don't have dimensions for the furniture, so I would need to be looking at it with he's playing with this now. What? Bro. No! Why are you like this? Look at what you did. Mira. Mira nada más. You destroyed it. No. You can't keep biting at it. This is not a cat toy. Are you gonna pay those 80 cents back? I don't think so. What the... Okay, we got rid of the cat. You just have to know when to call it. Okay. Something I would like to try to start doing is the furniture, but I guess we know the height, so do we really need to know anything else? Oh, you know what we could do? This is 6 inches. So we would need to cut this down. I think we can make the back, like the false back. Yeah, out of this, because essentially what we're doing is, we have, okay, so we have our box, right? That's gonna be, like so, and so this is gonna be, oh, that's like really, this is not dark enough or white enough. This is 5 inches. This is 10 inches. Like this. And so I would have maybe like, how much do you think we need? Because, for example, like the batteries to light up would go, and of course like the, and just anything else, it would go behind here. We would make like a false back wall, and that of course also has to be 5 inches, and then just give us what, like 1 to 2 inches. Let's do 2. I think that'll be good. So, because what this person goes on to also say,
heat shrink wrap when it comes to my wiring connections, and so you'll see that on some.
So we can see that he is talking about, yeah, so here he talks about power, and so we'll probably end up using this, the one on the third spot, like farthest to the right, and so, yeah, we'll need space for that, and, so we'll put it inside there, which means we'll also need an opening in the back, but we'll worry about that, not right now. I probably should have cut one into it, because I already made the back. I should have probably already done that, because it's gonna barely hold on. I don't know, I'm not trusting the white glue, honestly. I know Google said that it's supposed to be really secure. I don't have a lot of faith in it. And so I feel like if I try to cut anything into it, it'll not work out well. What I can do is make this. That'll work fine, cause then it'll be very structural. Like this will be the one that's a 1/4 of an inch thick, because this is really thin. It's so thin, it's like very bendy. Like, yeah, you can see how much it's bending there. This is 1/8 of an inch thick. So, and I don't think that'll be a problem. Yeah, because it's not like we're resting anything on top, so we'll just do that. Okay, so let's get this to size and then think about any openings we might want to do and how we could possibly do it. Some hinges would be really, really good at this point. I love looking at the lighting part. God, you just love anything like lights up, don't you? You gotta. Let me see. Hinges, mini. God, they're so cute. It's because I want to look at Amazon, but I don't want to dox myself, so we can't see it together. 12 pieces. Acrylic is crazy. Damn. And I don't think any of the wire I have would be enough for that. To make one in that way. Well, let's cut it to size, and then I guess we'll keep winging it from there. Where is my... Oh. Silly me, I'm just covering it up. I'll leave that as long as I can, so that's good information to have. And... Oh, this is actually really important because I need to cover, what I'm not forgetting to also account for is the thicknesses of the wood. For example, if we have, so these are 1/4 of an inch, right? And like, so is like these 2 wall pieces, and which means that this is not going to be, like if it's 5 inches across, it's not going to cover all of it. It needs to be, you need to add on the 1/4 of an inch so that it, 1/4, yeah, 25. Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm just making sure my numbers make sense, because you never know. And by you never know, I mean I don't know. I don't do this very often. So it's 4, which means it'll be this and this. So instead it's 1/2, and then it's 10 inches. Down. And this will be so easy to cut because it's so much thinner. Oh, is that not it? Oh no, it's not it. Sorry. I'll also take that off. But it's a really good video. I can link it. I can share the link if anyone is interested. Just let me know in chat. Okay. And then the this way, which is what? 5.5. Easy. Okay, and so now this will be the perfect size to be our back. Now, I need a door ideally so that we can access what'll be, or what if the entire thing is a door? What about that? It is very thin. I don't think I know how to fix this yet, especially because I don't know what the back is gonna look like with all the different lighting. Those are other things that I will have to buy at some point. This is a very, very much doing it as we go, guys. Okay, so we are learning at best together, because you're not learning anything from me. This is not a tutorial. Is that? Oh, Jesus, it gets really thin. Okay, so any wood, I mean, any furniture that we make will probably be using this one. Unless the bookcases, I think we might use this. This feels maybe too thin. Does it? I don't know. Because we don't have a lot of space, so we might actually just have to go with the thin one. So I'll show you guys what, here actually, before. Let me make sure whatever's in there. Okay, yeah, okay. So these are our notes from last stream, and trust me, if you were there, you would have gotten it. You know what this means. It doesn't look like a complete mess. You just had to be there. This is, what am I looking at? Oh, here we go. This is kind of what I was thinking of. Yeah, so, because this is only going to be 5 inches wide. So that's really not a lot of space, right? In fact, we know exactly how much it is. It is less than this, because this also counts for the walls. So it's even smaller than this. And so this is going to be divided in 3 parts so that we have our shelves on the side, and then our window in the center. Oh, you know what I just remembered? Oh, I know what we can do. We'll make like a mock-up layout here on this. So it'll start, we'll go in the center. So let's just start it here. And it's 10 inches. How big is this? It's all of it. Okay. So let's just go from here. It's like all the way to like here. And then it's 5 inches. Well, is this the outside or the inside? I guess it can be the inside. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's right here. Okay, this is like very loosely speaking here, guys, okay? Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Jesus, that's very small. Okay. So that gives you a rough idea. And then it's 2 inches in. Okay. Good enough. And so this gives you a rough idea. Basically, we will have we have in here to work with, and then because back here we have assigned it to be where all of the electrical components will be like really at most of the wiring as much as possible, and which means of course that if we use a thicker wood like this, we start getting into some trouble really quickly. Actually, it's like back here. Really quickly. As opposed to this. Oh yeah, big difference. Right? Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what we can do now? We could do the la entrada. We can make the front facing one. So we want to, it'll be covered like this. I have a big concern that this is not making any sense. That you guys, this is understandable. Do you know, okay. So the idea being that, here, let's just go to a new page. So the idea being that we will have our box, whatever, but here in the front, it will have another piece that has like an arch cutout, basically, so like that. Right, and then with some like detailing here on the borders, like think like crown molding, for a nice detail. How are we doing that? I have no idea yet, honestly. Well, okay, I have an idea, but it's like not very detailed. We can, how do you get detailed? If we want to get like really crafty, we can start doing some like shaping and sanding. Basically I have some, oh yeah, like this is a pretty good, like a good starting size. So I have some pieces here that are also pre-cut for ease of use. And I have them in different sizes. So these are all just so big. Like they're so long, it's like a little awkward. So I have like, say that one, that's like this big one. And this one that I did not in fact open right. That is a lot smaller. And so essentially you would have this, you would wrap it around the border, and then you have this one that is like a little thinner, and so you do that next, right? And now already like you created some extra dimension because this is on top of like this. And so this is like my general idea on how to add, and then you just cut the corners at an angle so that it can wrap around, right? Because then it will go like so, to make a nice transition. And now let me see if I want to look up crown molding ideas. Let me make sure that everything is safe to share once I look that up, because I do not want to out myself. Molding. Oh, like those are a lot. Oh, you know what? I think if we get the right like silicone mold, we could also do something even more interesting than that. Well, okay. So just making sure I'm not sharing anything I don't want to share. Okay. And I'll make it bigger so that we can just really see in there. Sure, why not? So, we can see there's some that have like a lot of detail, but also if we look at like this, more or less is kind of what it ends up looking like, very, very loosely speaking here, because even this has some like angle to it and some shape to it, but with some, oh yeah, kind of, this is kind of what I'm thinking of, that it kind of looks like. But if we want to do something a little bit more dramatic, I know that there's molds for these types of things out there. I got some molds for, they're so cute. should I bring them? You know what? I can bring them because they're all in a little container. Give me a quick second. Let me bring it. What I got. Okay, so I was browsing as one does, and oh god, there's cat hairs on them, but you already understand why. But there's like tons of there's tons of little molds that I got from Temu, because they're like pretty cheap, honestly. And so it's like a bunch of these, right? And they're like food items, and so to see what they end up looking like, I went ahead and did one of each. And so, for example, here, this is like bread. Oh god, okay. I'm gonna have to stand up so that I can make sure that this is like in focus. There you go. So this is like the bread. And of course they're not painted or anything. Once they're painted properly, I bet they would look better. Not that I know how to paint, mind you, so that'll be a journey on its own. And then we have some, they're all in different sizes. Like they have the same item, just in different sizes. Like this one is bigger. So for different scales, which is nice, I suppose. They have croissants. You can see. You can see how small. We can get like really, really tiny in here. This is like, think like a Ritz cracker. Isn't that so small? Oh, it's adorable. Look, it's so cute. And then I think it's like to make like pie, because it has like this like piece of whipped cream. And so that's like a bigger piece of, this is like a graham cracker, like a big piece. For like a one, not 112. 112 seems kind of big. And so if I could probably find a mold for some detail in in the crown molding, if you want to get a little bit more fancier with it, or like add some more detail. And if we want to get really, really DIY, then I can also just draw on it, and because it's so soft, you can indent it so easily. So with just enough pressure, it'll create the designs and the indents. And then after you paint it, I bet it would look pretty. Yeah, why not? So there's definitely some options. We can see that they're all like pretty standard. There's nothing too extravagant. They just don't make them like they used to, eh? Oh, sorry. By we, I mean me. You couldn't see anything. But yeah, they all just look very, very basic. And not in a bad way. But something like this would also be really nice. Out of clay, you can also make it out of clay. And just press it on it, glue it. Oh, you can. Okay, so there's ideas. And so that's like what the front would be looking like, right? Like I said, we want an arch. It'll look nice. And then with some crown molding on the sides to make it look nicer and with some more detail. And that's generally the plan. So for now, while our mirror pieces are still drying, oh, we also have to put them together. So I'll give them some more time. Then I'll go ahead and go to cut this piece out. Now, how to make this, I don't know. Let's start by, out of what do we make it? Is another question. I think out of, sorry, there's a lot of pieces of wood on my desk right now. Give me a sec. I guess out of this one? Or should we use a bigger one? That's the same one. Should we use a bigger one? A thicker? Why not? Right? Right? It'll be easier to cut it out of a thinner one, but I don't think it's even that necessary. And you know what, let's just do out of this one because it's already the correct width. And if we were to use the thicker one, I would have to, once again, do the whole thing where I need to connect an extra piece to it and then wait for that glue to cure. So we won't do that. I need more containers because I need to have a basket where I can put scrap pieces, so I don't like just grab things that I need and also not grab things I don't need. Okay, so first I'm going to cut it to size, If it's the front, it needs to be like the back 5.5 because we're accounting for the thicknesses because it's 5 inches and then the, yeah, because this is a front, okay, it's covering all of it. So it needs to be the thickness, which is 5, and then plus the like the width of the project, which is 5 inches, and then the thicknesses of the boards on either side, which are 1/4 inch. So that means it's a half. Now what I don't know, oh, it's 5, so it's like, it's all the way over here. I think I made that back wrong. We'll deal with it later. I think that's the wrong size. Great, excellent. Anyways, now when it comes to the height, the inside of it is 10 inches. But I think, but it's because I wanted to give it like an extra like 1/4 inch on the bottom for a base. Like to give it some height, if you know what I mean, as in like this is the shelf, right? The bookshelf, and the floor would be of the book nook would be like just a little raised for no reason other than I think it would look better than it being right here. Yeah. Somehow that makes sense to me. But when I build in Minecraft, I also make everything like 1 to 2 blocks higher. So it makes sense. Now shall we do, let's give it 1/2 inch on each. Is that an inch? Yeah, that's an inch. So it would just be this much on the bottom. I don't have a roof yet. I do have a floor. The floor itself will take up about 1/2 inch because the bottom is a 1/4 inch, and then the pieces that I have to be making the fake floor. Oh, never mind. That's like, these are like super thin. Pumpkin we already have Down Soldier. That Pumpkin bit into, my cat, if you weren't here to witness the tragedy. Oh, this is actually like really thin. This really doesn't even need to be accounted for. So it's really just that 1/4 inch. We'll do 1 inch from the bottom and then 1/2 inch from the top. Or, we'll just call it 1 inch and 1 inch. So in total, it'll be 12. Just to make it easy on me. Guys, I need a new ruler. Look at this. Can you even tell? Can you even tell? Look at that. It's all faded. It gets particularly bad on the edges. Like, where does it start? I don't know. Don't ask me. Unironically, that's why when you see me measure, I'm starting from 1. Because I can't tell what the starting point is. Oh, you know what? I think it's that right there. Who knows? So this isn't very useful right now. So let's bring out my measuring tape. And so we're gonna make it 12 tall. Okay, about right there. And then I will see where the, I have to measure where the floor and where the ceiling would go. Okay, so that I can also see where to cut the arc from. So in theory, what I should have done is the walls also be 12 inches and then just put the floor in, cut it on the, glue the floor, you know, just like an inch higher or whatever it is I decided on. But we're not doing that. It's too late now, sorry. So it's gonna be about like this. We'll have some base, maybe even this one. God, pumpkin, look at it. It's just so sad. Just cut it up already. And so for extra detail, like I said, we will be having some, like in the bottom, sure, why not? And then just, it really doesn't matter. And then in the top as well, right? I feel like in the top it'll be a little bit more dramatic. But then, so here we will have our, where do we want our base? Like our floor to start at about, well, it's 10 inches. So it needs to be, so it's this much. So do we just want it flat out in the middle? That'll probably make it easier. Just give it an inch on either side. And then as for the sides, it's normal because yeah, it's completely centered. And as long as I remember that there is gonna be basically just like on the very edges, a 1/4 inch. So think like that. It's gonna be like this. And so as long as, you know, we don't get too close there, which we won't, it'll be, well, I don't know actually how wide we want it. But we can decide that right now. Once I figure out the, sorry, I'm thinking and doing. I might, because I kind of want to give it more on the top than on the bottom, no? No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. God, if I don't like something, it's gonna suck. Okay, so I know it's kind of hard to see. Because I don't want to mark it completely. Oh, well, I guess I am painting it afterwards, so never mind. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so these don't count where the lines are, because that's where some like accent crown molding will be at. I don't know what that looks like yet, but we know it'll take place there. It'll probably be like a lot more simple in the bottom than in the top, but we know it'll be there. And so now what we do to make, why not? Is that too, because I need to make the arch. Is this too small? Do we want it to be a little bit wider than that? How deep did we say our bookcases were going to be? Does anyone, do you remember if we actually decided on that? No, we didn't. What a shame. I didn't decide on dimensions. Who would have thought? God, I wish they hadn't covered up how big these are. Oh, it's 1/16. Okay, that's very thin. I think this is 1/8, so that's twice as thin. And no, I think I would want to keep the furniture about as thick as these, because I think just anything less than that, it's just too little. I mean, it's not bad structurally, but if we make it, typically what's the ratio between how deep and how long it is? Well, I guess that doesn't really matter. Between how, see, this is where when like talking about making things to scale is like intimidating, because I have no idea how to even tackle this, which is why I felt like I had to. What do I even look up? If we do, this is why people just make videos. They just make YouTube videos and call it a day, because, and they don't make things in live. But I thought it'd be fun to go through the learning experience in person with you. So, maybe it is a bad idea though. It's because we don't use that. Do I have anything bigger? I don't think so. This is 4 inches if I remember correctly. Not that I have to remember. I have a, it's 3.5. Jeez, this is really small. So maybe we do want to go wider actually. Maybe we do want to do 4 inches. I'm gonna start with getting the middle here, with marking the center. It is a little bit off, I think, because of an angle in there. Like, it's not quite the 6 inches. Actually, I don't even think it's not even supposed to be 6. Is it supposed to be 6 inches? I thought it was supposed to be 5.5. I think I made this too thick. Did I not cut it to... Oh, I didn't cut it. I didn't cut it. That's what happened. I made the mark. I never cut it. Thank God I figured that out before I went in. Because or else I would have cut that arch in the wrong spot. And that would have been a problem. Okay. So I need to cut this. It's to the right length. I mean width. Which is 5.5. Nice and easy. Okay, and now I go in, find the middle. Great. And that's a lot harder because it's what's the half of 55? Am I right? Oh, sorry. No, but actually though, what is it? Half point of, that's 5.5 inches. 2.75. Duh. Duh. Okay, and what is 275? Oh, it would be right here, wouldn't it? Easy. Okay, 275. I need to stop. I keep forgetting to take that off. Just making sure that's good. Okay. So now that I have the center, I can draw. I don't know where I leave some of these things. It's because I have a protractor. Is that right? I've been out of high school for a decade, actually. So, so I don't remember what they're called. I think. Let me check really quickly because I need to make the arch. Okay, bad news. I have no idea where it is. Then I guess, well, okay, well, I mean, do we need it? Is this a good size? It's just, I feel like this is still too small because what we would essentially do is have this as best as we can in the center. And, oh, probably a little lower. Like, I don't know, like there. And then you just make, like, you know, like the lines down. Well, this will actually be the base. That's what, well, no. I don't know. But the problem is that it'll be guessing, and I don't want to guess. I want it to be, a little bit more precise than that, because I would have to guess where the middle point of this is to put it in the right spot, and then make the arch, and then you just bring it down, and then we have our archway. But okay, so maybe we come up with a different solution where we use the next best thing. That is actually crooked. I can use this and then use that. I might actually do this. But I folded it in half so I could see exactly where the half is. Unlike, I can't fold this in half. Not successfully, at least. And so I just trace this arch and then go down. Do we think that's wide enough? Because I feel like I'd like a little bit more, I think I would want it a little bit more open, no? I think so. Okay, I need something wider. Well, what I need is my freaking tools. But I don't see them. Oh, I got it. Here you go. This thing. To make circles. And half circles. Okay. And so essentially what we would want is to see how wide do we want the opening to be. That would be our diameter. We just half that. That would be a ratio of our arch, and that would give us the perfect, that'll give us a perfect circle. Geometry. So this is 4-2. I think 4 might be perfect because, how much is this? Oh yeah, no, that's like 3.5. Okay, I think 4 is fine. So what we do is we find, I'll give this an inch at the top, or half an inch. Let's give it an inch. And so from the inch we go 1, 2. So this will be our, this is where I'll put the contact point. I'll make this 2 inches wide, and it'll give me a circle that is 4 inches wide. That's about loosely it. And then if I think if I do this, oh no, never mind. That's not gonna do that. Okay. How do I need una cuadrícula. Give me 2 seconds. I need a right angle. Sorry, if I speak in Spanish, 1, it's because, well, I'm Mexican. But then 2, it's also because sometimes I only know words in Spanish. And so, for example, I went to school in Mexico. It's like right here. So, there. Okay, so now I know exactly where to go down. Like so. Oh, but it needs to be, I need a point down here to connect it to. That is not quite even. Okay, so this is a little bit less than 2. I mean than 4. Oh yeah, like by a lot actually. I gotta fix it. Because the bottom, so it's like about here. Okay, never mind. The difference was minimal. I'm just gonna go down. It's about there. How about this one? Yeah, just about there. Okay, so now I have where to go down. Thinking I should use something else instead of a pencil because it's sticking down too much. But is this? Well, I mean, hello. It's gonna be invisible if you can even, if that even. And there we have it. We have our arch. This is too much measuring for my taste, personally. But it is nice and symmetrical. So at least we have that. How do we feel about that? I think that's really, really good. Yeah, I think that's a perfectly good size. Reminder on the sides here, like on the inside, some of it will be eaten up by the wall. So that's what it's gonna look like on the inside. The wall will meet it here. So it gives us a little bit there between, but it's because I wanted to be, you know, sufficiently wide. I mean, the point is that we can see in there, so. And remember, it's just all a learning experience. Okay, so now that I see it drawn, I feel comfortable enough to go in and start cutting it open. Sorry. I'll get you in a little bit closer. Okay, we'll get to a point where it's freehanding it, so that'll be interesting. We'll go slow and steady. Okay, I'm a little bit more nervous about this part, but it must be done. Where am I cutting here? Okay. Okay. This wood is so soft. You have no idea how easily this is just piercing right through it. Admittedly, I was going along the grain, so it was a little bit easier. Now that I'm turning more, it is a lot harder. That? Okay, yeah, that's going. Nice. Go. Okay, and I only lightly regret using the thin one. I just had good reasons to. Because it does feel very frail now that it's not a solid thing. But it's... Guys, it's fine. It'll be perfectly fine. It's not like it can snap in half. I just do it for funsies. Okay, I want to clean up those edges, and I have a piece of or I had Damn. Okay, I might have to actually go grab sandpaper. Yeah, I thought I had it somewhere around here. It was a little thing that came with the book nook that I built, but I guess I lost it. Let me grab some sandpaper. Sorry, I had a hard time finding it, but I got it. Okay. So I have remove, repair, 120, fine. Yeah, let's do 120. Because it's gonna be, let's actually, if I can do higher than that, which I cannot because I already used those up. Great. The lowest I have is 120. When I was in middle school, it would be 7th grade. The middle school that I went to, so I went to school in Mexico, right? Because I lived there for a couple years. And in Mexico, they have these things called, I feel like they have them here too. I just don't know what they're called. But it's kind of like a trade school. No, that doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like a mixture between, this is probably not healthy. I'm like inhaling all of this, but it helps a lot, let me tell you. Ooh, the improvements. But basically there was woodworking, like that was like an option to do, and I know that that's not a big deal here. You do extracurriculars a lot here in the States. I know that that's not the case in Mexico, at least where I was from. And so, sorry, I keep hitting the charger cable and it, you know, travels all the way up to the phone. And so we did woodworking. It was hard though because you needed to pay for the supplies yourself, because that's just how it works over there. The schools are not funded properly, so like you think your schools aren't funded, that's nothing. And so if you wanted to like actually do anything, you had to you had to buy the wood yourself. But I was there for a whole year. It was a really chill class. We didn't really do much. So it was an easy grade. And and then sometimes some people would do stuff, like I guess the people that wanted to spend the money and had it. But anyways, the point is that to this day, this was in 7th grade, to this day, like sandpaper still just reminds me of that class. Okay. That makes it look so much better. Yeah, I would have liked to have something of a little finer grit because this wood is so soft, but that did the job obviously perfectly fine. It looks a lot better now. It's gonna be painted regardless, but that'll matter. It'll make the finish look a lot nicer. And we have our front. All right, exciting. and we can do something with that at some point probably. Okay, so let me very carefully bring in the other pieces that we glue together, see how those are doing. And just because for reference, this is, so once again, if this is our layout, do you see how quickly things become a mess here? Like if this is our layout, then this will be right here in the front, just like this, looking in. Okay. I'm very happy that there's something a little bit more concrete was made. Okay. And so these are, this is gonna be our bottom. That does not feel very secure, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I used enough glue. I wonder if just putting in the wood filler will help it. I mean, it says strong and durable repairs on cracks, gouges, and holes. This is, in some ways, a crack, is it not? I think I'm just gonna use this to do it, and which is unfortunately a little bit too much prep work. Okay, next time I'm just gonna buy the pieces from Amazon. That's what I've gathered. No more of this jigsaw cutting and putting together, because it's just too much work. But more than anything, it's not even the work, it's the fact that you're taking so much time into getting ready to get ready, in a way. God, I hope this isn't completely dry. It's kind of coming out. Okay, so this is probably like, the first bit is gonna be dry. This should be good. It's like toothpaste, you know, you gotta push it. I don't really think it come out faster. Why are you putting such a fight? Don't you want to be free? Oh, I felt an air pocket in there. Let's start with that. So this is just wood filler that will help even it out, and will also help hopefully structurally as well. Okay, it's not really necessary there, I suppose. It's just also a little bit uneven, like when they were planing them, they didn't do a very good job. Of course they wouldn't. But also this one isn't that bad. Oh, that's the wrong side. This product is also old. I think it's a little bit dry. I can't tell. It must be like, I don't know, maybe it's not that old. It's also supposed to be white, so I don't know what that means. Like, why is it's so crumbly? Oh, is anyone, tomorrow is record store day. Is anyone ready for that? Does anyone care? For those who don't know, if you collect vinyls or not, we're thinking about it. There is an event that what even is it? Is it like a company or is it like an organization? Oh, this makes me really nervous because I really did not use enough glue on this thing. Let's hope wood filler is enough. But the purpose is that it's to like drive more support towards small businesses who sell like small record stores as opposed to the big box stores like Amazon, Walmart, Target that I'm sure also sell a lot of like new albums. And so what they do is they will release a bunch of old titles, sometimes new titles, but they do exclusive limited versions of them, limited pressings. And so these will often be, they're very limited and so they're very sought after. They're very much a collector's item. For example, I know in Record Store Day was the only time that they launched Folklore Long Pond Studio Session in vinyl, and so to this day that is the only version that exists. That is the only one you can get, and because that is the only version you can get, I mean there's bootlegs, but they're bootlegs, so you run that risk. But because it is like limited edition, like I said, it's a limited pressing, meaning that there should not be any more. Sometimes it's a design, sometimes it's the album itself that is so exclusive. I know that they did, and you can still find this one though, they did a Wicked soundtrack for the movies. You can still get them, at least for good. The first one is harder to find right now, and so sorry, not hard to find, it's expensive because like any good collector item, it goes up in value. So, and like Long Pond Studio Folklore, that one is, they go for like, I don't know, like what, $40-$60, like typical vinyl pressings. And Long Pond Studio I think is at $300 maybe. So like if you're a big collector, then yeah, you want to be on it. And they are not allowed to hold, they are not allowed to like pre-sell, nothing like that. The whole point is that it's a day, I guess. Oh, they do it 2 times a year though, I will say that. Not the same pressings, but it's 2 events a year, because they also do Black Friday. And For this year, they have a pressing of Elizabeth Taylor in a 7-inch. So, and I have the other two so far that have come out in the 7-inch for Life of a Showgirl, being, I was going to say Life of a Showgirl, but no, that is not the one that came out. The single, no. What is it? It's Opalite, but then there's another one. What's the first one? Opalite is guys, I opened them on stream. Have you seen Opalite? It is so pretty. I wish I could show you guys in person if you haven't seen the 7-inch, because that vinyl, it is gorgeous. It is genuinely so cute. I would show it to you, but that would mean I can't. My hands are a little bit dirty right now. but trust. It's really nice. And so that's start of 3, and because Elizabeth Taylor 7-inch is coming out, and I'm sure it's also going to be really pretty. Why can't I remember what that other number is called? It's Fate of Ophelia. That's what it is. The Fate of Ophelia is also in a 7-inch. And that one's just like a standard orange glitter, the same as the standard vinyl. So it's fine. It's a great song though. I really like it. So, but the vinyl itself isn't anything special. Honestly, I think I should just put more glue on it, but we're already here. So I don't like how long this takes to get out. It's just like, Jesus. But I guess it's so thick, and that's why. I do feel better about its structural stability now, though. Much better. Now that you can't see a hole or a crack in it. See, like all of this, as fun as it is, I could have saved myself the effort by just Where'd it go? I dropped it, but where did it go? Oh, I did not drop it. I'm dumb. I couldn't see it because it's the same color as my finger right now. I could have saved myself all of this effort by just buying something just closer to the right dimensions. But these are the types of lessons that I'm talking about, that I know I need to learn, and so I need to make the mistakes to learn them. Okay. There. So that is one piece. And then the other piece. And what I need to know is I'm gonna have to make a base for this. So let me zoom you out again. Because we elevated it, right, to the 12 inches. with this. And so if the floor is gonna be right here, then you need to give it, or I guess a little bit lower. But it's not gonna be here, is it? Maybe. I don't think so. And let me see how the other pieces are doing. Okay, they are lightly stuck together. So that's not great. There we go. Okay, and so these are the walls. Let me also do some, fix some of the cracks in here, just cause. It's not strictly necessary, but it'll be good. Just it won't come out. We'll go back to our other method. Anyways, yeah, record store day. It's tomorrow morning. So vendors are allowed to post whatever they have left online. So if you're ever curious, you can always check the day after. There aren't any stores near me, so I'm a little unsure if I want to participate or not, or just like take my chances and wait to see what becomes available online. But I don't know. I have to decide soon, of course. These pieces are uneven, so This is so painful. Okay, you know what? That's good enough. Let's move on to the other one. Some small cracks here. I regret this only a little bit because I need to put this together. And you're supposed to sand this down, which feels like too much work personally. This one has a big dent in it. We'll make sure to put this on the outside when we glue it together. Ooh, see that immediately that already just came apart. Okay, I need to put more glue on that. Whoops. Okay, we are not going to be able to do anything to that yet. We need to let that set. So we'll move on. Okay. So now let's do, oh, you know what? Actually, I don't even have to worry too much about it. What I'll do to make it easier is, so one of these is the base, right? And so what I'll just do is I'll make a quick bottom for it out of the pre-cut pieces I have that will be a little bit more steady, that are like relatively thick, you can see. In fact, they're almost the same size. Do we remember what measurements this was? Where's the rest of it? Oh, it was in a bag, wasn't it? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. This is 3/16 of an inch. That's how thick it is. By 5/16. That's how wide it is. By 5. 3/16, 6, 5, 10, 16. I'm trying to see if there's like a good way. It's because it'll be so much easier if I just make it out of this. But actually I want something bigger. But I do not have anything bigger. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to cut it ourselves. basically just whatever the difference is between this inch and this, which should be 3/4 of an inch. Yeah. Okay, so we'll make it. Let's use some. I think this should be scrap, so we can start there. It needs to be. This is already the correct thickness for 2, so we'll just make it out of this. And it's that one. Like that. And I'll actually just do this. Cut here. Okay, and so now I have the 2 sides that will go here for the base. Elevate it just like this. And then I need the pieces inside, which should be, this is 10, these are quarters, so it should be 9.5. Yes. Generally speaking, it might have to be a little bit shorter than that. God, this is so uneven. Is that okay? I guess that's just stuck there. Okay, why is this not? I mean, that's about right. It's not. It's these are some rough cuts. It just needs to be, let's see. I feel like I have some other 10-inch ones that I did not need anymore. Like this one here. Yeah, this should be the right length, more or less. I need to cut it shorter than that, but it's okay. I just need to cut it first the right height, and then we'll cut it the right length. Which is, oh, we didn't cut this the right. Oh yeah. Oh wait, wrong. It's a little uneven. Okay, much better, actually. Oh, great. Screw that all over my... Inhale very carefully as we get our faces really close to that. What is caught in my... There we go. There's so much wood dust everywhere. It's more than I would have thought, honestly. I need 2 of these. Oh, yo bien emocionada. I was like, I'm set. Good enough. It's a little bit wonky because all things considered, but we'll just give it a sec. That should be better. Okay. So this is an extra piece. And now we cut these to size. By basically first we'll glue these. I'm just trying to make sure it's a little bit even to make sure it makes contact with everything. Great. I kind of feel like I want to have an angle there at a point. Okay. Okay, now I can glue these to this. I'll be generous? Does that feel like a lot of glue? I wish I had done this. These edges are really rough as well. I guess it'll be covered, so it's not a big deal. But we will glue that there. All right, and now that I have these on at a more or less right angle, hopefully. Literally, oh no. Okay, you guys couldn't see that, but trust me, there's just a cloud of a lot of dust as I took this off. I'll put more glue on it just to be safe. Okay. And now these should be the same height. Yeah, and now we cut it to size by just going in very, very precisely. Okay, that's a little bit scary. That's not bad. Not a bad angle. But just to make sure it's nice and straight. Should do that. So now we'll do a dry fit. Yeah, that's perfect. You know what I'll do? I'll make a little bit of a hole in there so that the glue has somewhere to squeeze into. Sure. Just very lightly. Oh, I think it would be better if I just... Sure. Put in the glue. And we'll slide it in. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Along the base. Shit, okay. Just like that. I'll have to put more glue on it. Guys, I have no idea how covered I am in sawdust. Like, it's pretty bad. In fact, at this point, oh, I got a headache. I'm sure I haven't killed too much of it. Nice. And my keyboard, a mess. I need to clean it anyway, though. I'm just trying to encourage myself. Okay, one of these was a little loose. Yeah, this is not very... It's like, so we'll do this. That, and this will go in. Just like so. All right, and so this will be our base. It is nice and elevated to give us some space. I keep ungluing and gluing. That is not a good thing. Okay. Nice, nice. Excellent. Good job. And so that is our base. And so now, when we assemble it, just my hands are dirty. But so now, when we put everything together, it's a little... There we go. It's a little bit cleaner. And so that'll be our base. When we put, oh my god, it's too high. No. I mean, I'll sand it down, but it's too high. So if I have that there, maybe this side will be better. And I put this. Okay. Okay, that's the right side. So there is a right side, just so we know. Because if I, this is flush on both sides, which is good. Because if I do this side, yeah, you can see how much it pokes. You can see the, trust me, it's poking out. Like, you can see this. Yeah, just across the board, it's just poking above this here. So this is the right side. I'll writing it, sending it in stone here. Here, I need an actual marker for this. This is not a marker. There. That is the front. And so we know when we go to assemble it, it'll go like this. So you can see here. Zoom out a little bit. You can appreciate all the dust, the sawdust on my pants there. But it'll look like this. That's as much as we've gotten done. Everything else I hope can finish curing. Oh, this makes me so nervous. This piece here, just because it's so thin, I feel like it's gonna crack at any point, particularly right here in the base. But we'll just trust. Maybe I can do, what can we do? Well, I mean, I guess it's not a big deal because it's gonna go against, all of it is gonna be pressed against this, so it won't need to like have any structural integrity, not really. So it's fine. Okay. What are we looking at? 9:30. We started at 7. It's 2 hours and a half. What are we thinking? I don't know how much more I can proceed without the other pieces being completely cured. And the wood glue says that it needs like a day. Oh, 1 hour for shallow fills and 2 to 6 hours for deeper holes. I guess we could just, I think we go for it. And just go ahead and let me bring a vacuum because this is really bad and I'm gonna give myself asthma like this. Oh, so sorry, Bubba. We're gonna scare Pumpkin a little bit, but it's gonna be worth it, cuz. Oh no, it's not charged. Damn it. Ugh. Well, I got some of it. I don't remember where the charger is, but I'll try to remember to put that to charge. Ni modo. Okay, I need to put together at least. I should have known better. We both knew that this wasn't cured. But I forgot. I need to add more glue just to make, because let's be so real. Okay. It's just so messy. I feel like scratching my eye, but my hands are dirty and full of wood. And it makes me nervous. Okay. And so this is the back like this. This is very uneven. Actually for this, let's do a coarser one. Okay. And so now, oh, I did it again. Stop touching it. Okay, yeah, it's a lot better than it was before. It's still not perfectly even, but that's okay. Doesn't need to be. And then, oh, the other two pieces are a no-go though. I do think that. But I think one can start, just everywhere, all around. I think we can start building stuff. Deciding on the dimensions of this. So let's go ahead and now that we can see this here, let's decide on some measurements. This is so soft. It's so nice. Where is the pen? You can't see that. Okay. Now we can decide on some on the measurements for the bookcase, the wall bookcases in general. So we did agree that it's 5 hacia afuera. Okay, so I know at this much that it's gonna be 1.5 and then space and then 1.5. But I need to know how deep I want it to be. So if I take a look at 1.5, in fact, if I draw it on this, I'm not allowed to touch this. This is never gonna cure. I just messed up another piece underneath. Well, this is gonna be, so we need to mark the walls already. At least this one, which is 1/4 of, let's do, this feels too permanent. Let's just do pencil instead. I'll mark inside of our piece here, the width of our wall, so that I know we need to account for that. Right, and so like none of this is accessible to me. So now when I measure this, I know that one bookcase will end here. Oh, you see, I did 1.5 whatever, but I didn't account for the width of the actual bookcase itself. So that'll be up to, I'll just have to like deal with that. Oh, that is not 1.5, that is 1.25. Can I delete this? More or less. And then that's 2 inches. Okay, so I can see here. I think it's probably gonna be like 1.5. Does that feel like too? That feels like too much. I think it might have to be 1 inch out, which would mean it is. Do I have any 1 inch pieces easily at my disposal? Well, this is 1.5, so that can give you an idea of like how. Actually, we might go for it. Oh, you know what I have to do? I also have to account for the window, as in like before even daring to assemble it, I have to cut that out and see how that's gonna go. Oh, let's put the markers on this. So our bookcase would go between here and here. Let me do this again up here. Now let's get our lines in. Oof, I have a headache. I don't know why. And we mean business, so we'll do it with a permanent pen. I did decide that our window would be a normal rectangular window, so we're not doing anything crazy. But you can see here, basically it's going to be bookcase here, and then this is going to be normal. I'm trying to think. No, yeah, this should be fine. Okay. It's because you gotta think sometimes, you know? Only sometimes. Most of the time you just do. Oh, this is actually, oh no, it's fine. Okay, I thought I was crooked. And so we can also decide on the height of the, where like the bed would be. Like, not the bed, but like the little area. Yeah, does that make sense? Yes, it does. Okay. And so basically if we were to do a shelf, we would have to eat the space, like the width of our bookcase walls from the bookcase itself, because this is already pretty slim. But it would be like this with another one here. And then we have to make our like little cushion seating area. In theory, how big is this person? What's the size of our person here? I'm really nervous about picking this up because this, I believe I said, was 1.5. Yeah, so this is at 1.5 inches. Does that feel too deep? I think it might be. I think we have to go to 1 inch. Because maybe, like, if we were to be, like, a person here, we'd be... No, we have to be taller than that. No. Because, like, I mean, for this to be a suitable size. Oh, then it has to be pretty low. Because I was complaining the other day because my biggest concern with these things... I feel things in my nose. Is that you want to try to get things to size as best you can, because that's how things look good. When things are off scale within the same room, it'll look weird and you can't just enjoy it anymore. And so I'm just really nervous about this part, because the exterior is whatever, right? It'll be what it is. But once you start doing the inside, then that's where things matter. That's where the sizes matter. So, wish I had another one of these to really be able to see. But it just does feel too big. I think we have to do 1 inch of a thickness. Or even, no, yeah, 1 inch is fine. If I were to get pieces, like cut pieces of that size. No. I would do it from here. God, I just gotta wanna just cut up pieces for just to try, because what if I don't like it? That'll be a waste of that piece. I don't know. Let's see, 1 inch. Oh, wrong thing. Well, if it comes out 1 inch, right? Sorry. Thank you. Anyone who said bless you. If it comes out 1 inch, it'll be about right here. About there, which is not a lot, as you can see, but what we have to remember is that if it comes out of 1 inch, I'm technically supposed to be going in. Okay, this is a measurement I know that we can do right now. So I wanted it to come out 5 inches out the side. To the side, because it's gonna be like this, so like a C or U, upside down U. Although I kind of think that's too little now. But it would be like this, and then so this would go in. Okay, not with this. This. So the walls would look like this. I mean, the bookcases would look like this. Damn it. No, this is not gonna. We were doing so good. But so it'll look like this. So all of this here, all of this would be bookcase. And all of this as well would be bookcase. It looks like there's a line. It's not, it's just the piece that I stuck to it. That is also 1 inch thick. And so that way, and so, but that would give us place to put, it feels like too little, no? Because if we were to do just like a small little, this is too big, but like a plant, that's way too big. Like a plant. And this is still like so much space here in the front. I think we can push it out a little bit. At least an inch or two. An inch. Yeah. I was originally thinking like 5 inches, but that's not necessary. I think we can extend it forward. So we'll make that change. Oh God. Okay, I lied. Remember that we said we had to give it 2 inches. Okay, so that lie. This needs to be 2 inches forward. Pero how is the back work? Is this the back? I really should have named these. I think this might be the back. No, that can't be the back. I think I cut the back wrong. Remember? I did that. I did it a whole inch too little. Guys, I'm starting to get overwhelmed. Look at this. Look at that. I'm starting to get overwhelmed. Okay. Well, because the back, let's pretend this is it. Because it's this piece, and then, oh, right, this is supposed to go in here, right? Okay, I remember that, yeah? And then, because it's going to be the fake back, and then back here we'll put, like, all the electric stuff, if I figure out how to do that. And then, cause then the front is like this. Like that, and then with the walls on the side. Easy. Okay, it's coming together-ish. But now I have to, figure out, okay, so we will do 1 inch, deep, not counting the thicknesses, is what, with that, detail, with that disclaimer. And so I'll move this over 2 inches, and so it'll be more like down here, and I think, yeah, that's perfectly fine. That gives us this much space of just open area, so we'll put like a little plant here, maybe some more like knickknacks, like it gives us some place to play, and also creates an angle inside the things, right? So as opposed to just like everything boom right there, it eases us in, ideally, in theory. Okay. All right. Okay, I think that's where I'll leave it today. I need to clean all of this up. I need to dust myself off. There is a lot of wood dust everywhere. But we did a lot of great, we advanced a lot. I will be not streaming on tomorrow, but I will be streaming on Sunday. Okay, doesn't want to read my fingerprint. I wonder why. So I'll just very quickly add into here. So these go like this. Oh, that was an accident. Okay, like so, right? And so these will be this is 1 inch. We'll make it like that. And then we already know the width of these, so we can see here it's 1.5. Okay. And any other detail we decided on that I need to take into account? I don't think so. Okay. If we decide to do any arches on this, it won't be a big deal because we can make that decision once we build at least like the structure of it. Because to make the arches, like if say we want an arch, right? Like it'll be like kind of thin here, but then go like this. You can see that. And then just like so. It's a little hard to see, but if we were to decide to do something like this, then you just do that with the front, kind of like this, right? Where you just cut it out and then put it on top of it. So that can be a decision we make later. It doesn't have to be planned into it. So, well, a little, I guess it would just, no, I don't think we'll do it because it's a bit more of a modern-ish, like slightly modern in there. I don't know what it's called. And that's just too much. But we put in our measurements there, so that's really important, so we know how to proceed. I will not be streaming tomorrow, but I will be streaming on Sunday, and so Sunday we'll work on this, Monday we'll work on this, Tuesday we'll work on this. So I will work on it a little bit later. Usually I start at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. For your reference, it's about to be 10 for me. So usually I wouldn't start it until like an hour later than it is right now. So it is very different. But I just have to start after work, so it is what it is. This is gonna take forever. And I knew it would. At some point I may decide to take a break from this and stream something else, depending on my mood, so just always be aware that might happen. And let's just all hope, maybe like cheer me on, send me the energy to like edit these kinds of things and maybe make it a video, make it a YouTube video series. But at the very least a TikTok. No, that's even more work. But thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Feel free to follow me on any of the platforms that you prefer. I am probably on them. I do multi-stream, so you can find me on Kick and Twitch and YouTube. Consider following me on TikTok. It'd be nice to get 50 followers there so that I can live stream on there as well. But for now, I'll let you guys be. I hope you have a good evening. I'm gonna go die or whatever. But I hope to see you on Sunday. Pumpkin is here to say goodbye as well. Good night.